have mentioned all that you have mentioned, but I would say, or some people might say that the biggest losers in this game now is the people of Kogi Central, because they were denied a voice for 6 months in the Senate. Now, aside all this political drama, and which is a very serious democratic deficit, should there be any form of recompense? I'm talking about legislative, legal, or political, for the constituents who have been left out of representation.
One of our cardinal demand is reparation. Okay, that's why we say we are yet to get official communication. As soon as that is done, we are going to. You can't silence us for 6 months. We don't know what our 109 Senate, right, are saddled with the responsibility to determine guess what, when, and how, right? As an umpire or institution, the people channel the requests, demand, feelings of all the senatorial districts, across the 109 senatorial of the Federation. So ours have been denied for 6 months. We must ask. We have asked why. We are not satisfied with the why. How? Right? Because just as the single citizen was said in one of our interactions, there is no one Nigeria that's bigger than any Nigerian, as far as the Constitution is aware or is stipulated. So our welfare has been denied in the last 6 months. Even though distinguished senator Natasha
Sorry,
Potting,
the welfare of the constituents?
Yes.
Or her welfare?
Of the constituents.
Okay.
The welfare of our constituents, because you and I know, she will have used through persuasive lobbying to attract her senatorial district a lot of infrastructural development. Even though during her 6 months, she was using her individual contact, trying everything to ensure that, we are not totally left out. But that wasn't sufficient.
Abdulrazak, yes. Let me just come in here. Let's put some things in proper perspective. There was a Senate resolution. No. She was on suspension for 6 months. The case is in courts. The court has not ruled that the suspension is illegal. So as it stands, there's a suspension. It is just she's resuming because the 6 months lapsed. So until the court rules, when you're talking of reparation or whatever, it is after the court has ruled that that suspension is illegal, then you can make that demand. But as it is today, the court have not said it is illegal.
The position, the matter in the court is not something that I think I'm permitted to speak about here. Because it will now be, it's as if I'm predetermining what the outcome of the court is. As a people, as a Nigerian who is law-abiding, a citizen of Nigeria, who has underscored my democratic right, our people, right? We are asking for a reparation. It's within your right to say, this we are asking for, this is what we want to do. It's your right. I think we must understand as people that the issue of divisive, exclusionary rhetorics does not have a base in the democratic process. As a nation, right, individuals have seemed to be so powerful that if I have an issue with you, you can utilize all the instrumentality of government within your means to torture me, to humiliate me, to dishonor me, individual, and extend it to the people who you sit either as a Senate president, as a president of the Federation, as head of the judiciary. The reason why everybody surrender their natural right of governance themselves to you is to what? Protect them, give them security and their welfare. The court, even Justice Yanko in her ruling said that the Senate has exclusive right to punish any member. However, those punishments must be done without allowing it or the constituents to bear the consequence of such punishment. When you suspend her or planning to even suspend her indefinitely, you are already balkanizing the nation, excluding part of the nation from the nation.
Well, we'll come back to that, Mr. Abdulrazak, because there's a lot of issues that you raised that I would like us to, unpack for a moment. But let's take this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. For you on the program, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
The Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, in collaboration with the International Maritime Organization, IMO, announces the commemoration of the World Maritime Day 2025. The event, themed Our Ocean, Our Obligations, Our Opportunities, will hold on Thursday, September 25, 2025, at Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos, at 10 a.m. prompt. His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, CON, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, will be the special guest of honor. Maritime stakeholders, operators, and the general public are invited. Announcer Olufemi Oloruntola, Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. This event is supported by the National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Last year, we saw ideas light up the room. This year, we are doing it again. Get ready for the 2025 Marketing Edge Summit and Edge Awards. And once again, the theme is Excellence Beyond Borders. Come see the small brands take giant leaps at the Marketing Edge Summit and the Edge Awards. The Marketing Edge National Marketing Stakeholder Summit holds virtually on the 25th of September, and the Edge Awards holds on 26 September 2025 at Bamol Event Hall, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja. Our lead speakers are Baba Wopetu and Mr. Obi Asika, and gracing the summit as panelists are Mr. Pritesh Siraj, Mrs. Victoria Abiola Ajayi, Mr. Femi Odubeni, and more. Marketing Edge Awards, promoting the brand idea.
We're glad to have you back now. We'll continue our conversation on the return of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to the National Assembly. Well, we all saw a video where Senator Natasha made a very bold statement and said she owes no one an apology. Now, Senator Natasha openly defined the chamber seating rule by refusing to sit on her assigned seat, which you alluded to, and also the court confirmed that the Senate is within its rights to maintain its rules. I'd like to ask you, can a senator flout internal rules and still claim moral high ground? And in your opinion, would you say that she owes the Senate an apology or not?
Once again, thank you. Just when I started this conversation, I began with whatever they are doing, there should be a clear communication. If I whisper to your ear now and tell you something, and you whisper to his ear and you tell him something, the same message I gave you. By the time he gets outside and we are whispering to each other's ear, the person at the gate will get a wrong information. What does that mean? Because the message is not conveyed appropriately.
So it's a matter of miscommunication.
When her seat was changed, there was nothing stopping her or stopping them conveying it to her. We are talking about parliamentary.
But you're aware that the Senate has procedures.
Yes.
Are you aware of,
that? Yes, in their procedure is communication. There's a means channel of communication. There's a prior info.
But
before coming here,
if I may come in here, since you have acknowledged that there are procedures, there was a public hearing where the chamber, was it the clerk or, no, sorry, the sergeant at arms, the head sergeant at arms, confirmed that he communicated to her before the sitting day. I've not read or heard anywhere, so from now, where the sergeant of arms said that they communicate to her prior to that. But there was a public hearing.
I have not heard that.
In the National Assembly when this whole, okay, maybe you have forgotten.
The event that is paramount to my constituency, no. In fact, I tell you that when you get there the day before yesterday, right, one of the senators' interaction was, have you received from, to her their staff was, have you received any formal communication to this effect? Because I bet no problem no come again. This is, see, Senator Natasha Apoti is somebody who is very diligent in her team, very diligent. And it's so unfortunate, it is paradox that, or bewilderment of monumental proportion, that when Japan, when Botswana, when Malaysia, who are in 1970s, like Nigeria, are emerging country today, are delegating the younger generation on how to go and live in space. We are talking about suspension of...
Okay, you're just beating around the bush.
I'm coming.
Does she owe the Senate an apology?
As a consequence, no.
All right.
As a consequence, no. Their resolution was apologize or you go on 6 months suspension, right? So what apology are you talking about again?
No, I'm sorry. Let me comment on this.
If I wrongly or rightly, you are wrongly or rightly imprisoned, right, for some certain period of time, you have served your prison term. Are you still coming back to suffer the same fate? Asking us to apologize is asking us to suffer the same fate.
Okay.
As a people, see, whatever Natasha is saying at the National Assembly, it's not a product of her personal thinking. It's a message of the people of Kogi Central.
Let's go back. Sorry, please. Let's go back to what you said earlier. This problem actually started because of whether you said miscommunication. She was not properly communicated. Now that she resumed,
yes,
you also said she was not officially communicated.
Up to now.
Do you think she should have resumed since she was not officially communicated? Because the problem started because she was not communicated. Why didn't she stay out?
Well, God bless you. I told you, as a people, in our numbers, right, over 3,000, we mobilize our people to march out to the National Assembly. We besiege her in court and tell her that we didn't even send you here to be coming to court. That was not our business. She's on. When she came outside and saw the Mamman crowd, she said, what did happen? We said, in fact, her shoe, look at over 5-6 people around her with her walked to the National Assembly without shoe from FCT High Court. You know why? Because the will of the people is on in the fourth banner. Okay? She didn't resume on her own volition.
You forced her to resume.
In fact, as a people, we see, not only her, at a point where the matter got to, we saw her as one of the people at the National Assembly. We, as far as I'm concerned, our grievance is against the National Assembly for denying us a representation. And as a people, we will not sit down idle. We will adopt a legitimate resistance.
Now the Senate has taken a step.
Yes.
It's legitimate.
Yes,
you know you're speaking with both sides of your mouth now.
Yes.
You said there's no communication.
See.
And yet you forced her to the National Assembly. Now, aren't you back to square one? Perhaps the Senate sits and says, you have flouted a law again. What should not happen after that?
Madam, civil disobedience is one of the hallmark of democracy. All the people you saw there, no one was armed, right? Nothing was touched. No infrastructure at that time. No infrastructure was touched because the infrastructure belonged to us. It's our taxpayers' money. But the place, even the National Assembly is for the people. It's people's home. It's people's parliament. Right? We wanted her in that. See, the reason why I'm in your studio today, you are interviewing me, is because she smartly let us to see, because even at that time, we don't even have access to internet. Our concern that day was that 23 that the Senate is resuming, our senator will not sit idle anywhere without being the National Assembly. If paraventure that, or if they didn't unseal or it didn't happen like that, or she didn't even let us to know. I'm in my office. Look at me now. There's no problem. I can tell you today, you will have been interviewing me from the office from the National Assembly, including all the people of Kogi Central. All the people will have even joined. Most of us travel with our bags and bed to come and camp. I will decide in the National Assembly. Your senator from your senatorial district will not be in the National Assembly when mine is at home.
Sorry, let's get one thing straight. Now that it seems as if we are coming back home and everything is getting settled, the office has been unsealed. Is it not time for the constituents, instead of putting up a fight, to say, okay, let's throw the part of peace? Now, if part of peace is let the sleeping dog lie, let's have an apology. Okay, my colleagues, it's bad that I've been away from you guys for about 6 months, and we move forward so that you can be properly represented. Does that take anything away from you?
When you say my colleague, I'm sorry, my colleague, I'm what?
I've been away for 6 months.
Yes, that is their internal conversation. Of course, I've been away for 6 months. That's, as far as we are concerned, we don't want a situation. I am sure by her person, right? She knows how to address issues. Okay, I've seen her on several issues, and the way she addresses it won't be more than how you expect her positively to address it. But where the compulsion.
We are glad to have you back. And just before we round up this conversation, Mr. Abdulrazak, and some people say that Senator Natasha, though she gained a lot of public support, of which we saw, but some people believe that a certain number of people took advantage of this, to gain maybe traction on their page or some to trend, and took advantage of this. And, some people are asking, is this support for her really organic, or is it just a social media stunt? People want to know.
My sister, you see, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, according to Martin Luther King Jr. We are in the web of what? One destiny. Whoever you are seeing today that have earned their voice or their voice in solidarity for distinguished Senator Natasha Poti, irrespective of what you feel, you are entitled to what you feel, right? It's no question. It's welcome, okay? Because negativity strive in the place of silence, okay? As a people, distinguished Senator Natasha Poti, before even she emerged as a senator or voted as a senator, has proven to us to have capacity, efficient, and human, which is lacking in the political space. She has proven to be a more of her people than herself. She has taken the course of Kogi Central upon herself even before she assumed. You could remember she was that National Assembly to discuss the revival of Ajakuta. As we speak, it's raining season. People spend 5-6 hours to access Lokoja Okene, which is less than 45 minutes, courtesy of bad road, because we don't have a voice to channel that demand in the center.
So your final thoughts, next 30 seconds, because we need to leave now.
My final thought is that the Senate, Nigerians, most importantly, I want to salute their courage. I want to inspire them not to give up on the cause of Nigeria. That as they have standing for us, we will continue to stand in solidarity for any righteous cause that will drive the nation to its prosperity.
Alhaji Mamman Abdulrazak, we must say it's a pleasure speaking with you this morning. Thank you so much for your contribution.